Hey everyone, welcome back. Going to do some more Factorissimo tonight. I just decided to start a little bit early tonight since I have the time and not much else to do between now and the normal time. So hope you're all doing well. I had the game open. I was in another game and I was looking at... I wanted to go back to having 2 rows on my toolbars. Just because I just like the way the UI looks better. But... I lost my 3rd bar when I did that. So let me try to transfer some of this stuff. I probably want that there. I don't think I need the upgrade planner. I think I do want my wall blueprints. So let's put those there. That was the rail grid, which I'm not going to use terribly often. Yeah, so let's do that. Oops. Oh. I'm pushing I for inventory. That's for a different game. Okay. And now I can go back and reduce the toolbars to 2. All right. Good deal. I'm ready to go. And there goes my announcement finally. Okay, so we've been working on setting up trains, or a train, for uranium mining. And the next step is going to be to set up the mine. So let's get on board and head over there. I think I've got mining drills. Yeah, I have a bunch of mining drills. And let's get this rolling. All right, yeah, so we'll go to the provider and we'll wait there till it's full. Hey, Osiris. Yeah, you're right. Today's not Wednesday, is it? I'm starting to lose my mind. I was thinking tonight was stream night. But you're right, it's Tuesday, not Wednesday. Okay, so we're going to stream tonight instead of tomorrow night. Hope everybody's okay with that. All right, let's set up some uranium mining. Now we got 14 wagons to fill down here. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to split that. But we'll see what we can do. Oh, how was the gig? It was pretty good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, we had a active crowd and had a good time. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And really, I think this thing can probably fill somewhat slowly, and it won't really be a problem. So I'm thinking I'll just set up a few columns here, and then we'll just use splitters to divide it amongst the wagons. Yeah, that's funny. I don't know how I got my mind all mixed up thinking today was Wednesday. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That should be fine. And I'll throw a few extra ones over here. Maybe not so many. Let's just just so we cover some of this ore on this side. Okay, now because I'm having these connected so that it makes the fluid distribution a little bit easier. So that means I'm going to have to put the power down the middle. And I think if I just do this, that should take care of it. We'll just have to make sure none of those arrows got covered up. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll just do this on this side. And let's see, that's all going to be on the inside of the belt. And that'll balance it. Oops, let's copy. And I should be able to just copy this. Like that. And that. And that. And that should take care of most of it. Thanks to these absolutely speedy bots that we've got here. Yeah, we'll be able to do nukes. Yeah, and then we've got plenty of this patch left over. Now let's see. This last one is going to be without power, so we'll have to connect those and then just do another underground. And we should be all good. Alright, so let's connect that. Okay. Then I don't need this one. There we go. And then I think we need a radar out here as well. Actually, let's move this down a bit. Yeah, I want to make sure I get the whole outpost covered. Yeah, we'll put it right here. That should be good. Okay. And then we got to feed these 4 belts into all of these fellas. So here's what I'm thinking. We'll do this. Yeah, we'll run them through a balancer. Hey, K-Mac. Yeah, it's a funny thing. I was thinking it was Wednesday. But it's not Wednesday. All right, I'm doing something wrong here. No, that's right. And that goes like that. Anyway, don't tell anybody. They're going to think that I'm losing my mind. I have loud flip-flops. I'm not sure what that means. Well, I think I know what it was. I think I know what my problem is. The problem is that I stayed up too late last night and I didn't sleep well. Or I didn't sleep enough, and I wish I would have made this cut over a little bit farther. I didn't sleep enough, and as I get older, that seems to have a greater and greater effect on my cognitive function the following day. You know what? I don't need the balancer, because I'm just going to merge all these belts anyway at some point. All right. All right, so let me copy that. Yeah, you still have time before your meeting. All right. So I'm going to do it like this. No. All right. So if there's 14 of these, what's 14 divided by, or what's 4 into 14? It's mostly 4, I guess. So on the fourth one, I'll just do this. I don't think these belts are going to be saturated. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. We're going to need room for pumps there, so we'll do that. Okay, and then 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Yeah, and actually we don't need that. We'll just, okay. Hey, Jim Nanny, how you doing? Glad you could make it. We decided to do the stream a day early this time. Or it got, yeah, I decided. I mean, it wasn't an intentional decision, but it was my decision. All right, now let's get funky. No, I'm just kidding. I think a single pipe is going to be enough. Here, let's do this. Yeah, that looks nice. Alright, and then once this fills up with acid, everything should start going. Takes a few moments for the acid to distribute. Okay. Yeah, not even close to saturation on these belts. And then the train is just going to very, very slowly fill up. But that's okay. It's not like a big hurry. It's a big train, so it can take a while to fill. It'll take a long time for us to use it all. Yeah, we could saturate it with modules and beacons. Or we could, we could add a lot more drills as well if we felt so inclined. But for now, I think this will be more than enough to satisfy our immediate needs. And I don't want to put modules and beacons until I have more power anyway, so I think this will be fine. Perhaps not. Yeah, we're not exactly distributing equally here. But again, we're just waiting for the train to fill up. So, if every wagon doesn't have the same amount of ore the entire time, I'm not concerned. Now, for the ores that we want high throughput on, like copper and iron and stone and coal, I think I will make an attempt to balance them. For those, we'll have 2 sets of 8. And so for that, we probably will use a balancer and or 2 8x8 balancers. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But anyway, like I said, we're just going to wait until the train is full anyway. So even if it fills up from one end to the next, I think it doesn't really matter. In fact, we could even make it do that. Let's make it do that just out of curiosity. So we'll set all of these to priority output. And we'll just fill up the train from one end to the next. Okay, that's interesting. I guess we would have to put these before every one. Oh, that's fine. I'll leave it the way it is. Okay. Now the other issue is that while this is working, the other issue is that all of our artillery for the west side is still over here with the old wall. And I want to move that over to the new wall. Looks like there's only 2 guns. Oh, and I need guns over here as well. So let's place some more artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, why don't we do like 1 gun every 5 sections. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll put one here. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. So we'll wait for that to build. All right, so how are we doing here? Yeah, this is going to take a little while to fill up. Hopefully we don't run out of acid. Because I don't want it to unload until that train's full. Otherwise this will start, these things will start to get out of balance and that'll screw things up, so. So I may, if, you know, like I said, since we had to fill the system with acid, we might run out. If we do run out of acid, then I'll just fill up a bunch of barrels and take them over there to keep it going until the thing fills up. Okay, so they'll come over here, and then we're going to set up our uranium processing. Let's get rid of the pipes and put these like that. Okay. And then we said we would do that over here close to the water. Yeah. So we'll do a single building where we'll do uranium processing and we can even do the nuclear power inside the building as well. Yeah, and you're right, K-Mac. You could, I mean, honestly, at this point, we're close enough that we could just pipe it straight over rather than using the train. But I think we'll need to have the train distribution set up anyway at some point, so might as well do it now. Yeah, so I'm looking for big buildings. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to want another one of those. All right, good. All right, so let's go place one of these Mark III buildings close to the water. And this will be our uranium processing plant. Okay, and have I got any landfill? No. Let's see. I know I landfilled somewhere, didn't I? I just want to get a copy of some landfill. There we go. And I just want to give myself a flat shoreline. Oh, and I screwed it up already. Come on. There. That way we can put a lot of pumps all in a row. Okay, so let's label this. I'll just put a uranium thing there. And maybe a turbine. Or no, let's put a reactor. All right. To get it started, I'm going to have this be a consumer of power, but at some point we'll need to change direction once we start actually making power in there. All right. Now I need centrifuges. Let's go get some of those. And I'm going to want... we'll do one for the processing and another one for the nuclear. Okay, and we'll set up 20 centrifuges worth. And hopefully that'll be enough. Actually, let's take a look at our production now that it's been running. Okay, so we're making we're mining 2.5K per minute. So let's just make whatever it takes to process that. I'll put this down here. Okay. Actually, let's change the signal here. There we go. Cozy Hawks. I've watched many of your series. This is the first time I've gotten ahead, so it's fun. Oh, okay. So you've been building along, and now you've gotten farther than I have. That's good. You can advise me then when I when I get myself into trouble. Okay, so in here, I think it's just going to be pretty simple, right? Uranium processing. I guess we can make fuel cells in here too, right? We might as well. Yeah, we might. I think we've got enough room to do all the processing in here. So let's go ahead and we'll make the fuel cells in here as well. Ultimate belts. Okay. Does that give you like high-speed belts, more high-speed belts than you have in vanilla? All right, that'll give me 1,000 per minute. So if I'm mining 2.5K, I would need, I don't need to build that much. I would need 40, I need like 30 more centrifuges. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I think we'll just leave it like this. We'll add more later if we need it, but I've typically not needed a whole lot more than this, even for very large bases. Okay. All right, and I have, actually I'm going to move this over so that we have a little more room for adding beacons to the setup later on if we want to do that. Okay, and let's go back to items per second. So yeah, single red belt, no problemo. shoot. I left these out. And I think that's enough. It's what, 10 uranium every 12 seconds. Crafting speed of 1. Alright, let's change those to fast inserters. So that if we do boost the output later with modules and or beacons, we'll be able to keep up. Alright. There we go. Now let's get all this fed up there. Now these, I want to make sure that these unload at the same rate. Or maybe it doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter because we're just waiting for the train to empty. So here's what I'm thinking. If I just do something very simple like this. Oh man, those stupid pipes. If I just do something simple like this, unload everything, merge it onto a single belt. That means that these things will empty from the back to the front, which means that over time we'll get to a situation where the front is full all the time. And that means that the front wagon will be slowest to empty, but since it's all being merged onto a single belt, it doesn't really matter. And since each one of these has enough output to fill a single belt, it doesn't matter if they're emptied in a balanced manner or not. I hope that makes sense. Because we're in a situation where we're going to be waiting for the train to fill. And then we're going to wait for it to empty. And it's not going to matter if all the wagons empty at the same rate or not. If anyone disagrees with me, let me know, but I don't think it matters if it's emptying balanced or not. Now, doing like really nice, beautiful designs and stuff, I would want everything to empty in a balanced manner. But that would require me to use belt balancers and stuff like that, which take UPS. So this will be a more efficient design in terms of UPS. There, and then this gives me room to feed belts in. And there we go. All right, let's see how our train's doing. Not even close to being full yet. Should I bring it over just so we can get started? Yeah, let's do that. There's no more acid in the tank. Yeah, we're running low on acid anyway. So let's go ahead and first let's remove that. Let's go ahead and send it over to unload. And the automatic train painter mod that I use automatically turns it green to match the color of whatever's inside of it. I really like that mod. Okay, and then the train should empty very quickly. Fill up with more acid. What's going on? It's not empty yet? Oh, you know what? I think that's because 25, 50,000. Actually, oh, okay. Yeah, this one's not empty. Yeah, it is. Oh. Yeah. It's not empty because it's got acid. Alright, so we have to change this. Let's add item count. There we go. It'll stay until uranium is equal to 0. Okay. Alright, so I guess it's actually the ones in the front that empty out first, and then the ones in the back. One, two, three, four, five. That's what I wanted. I'll give you a little path to run on. Okay. And there we go. We're making a lot of the wrong kind of uranium. Okay. So for right now, I do have... Oh, I do have... No, I don't. I don't have Covarex enrichment yet. Okay, so we can't do that. So for now, I think we're just going to be putting all this into storage, right? Then again, maybe I don't want to put it into storage. Question is, do I have enough power to get purple science going? That I am not sure about. And I'm thinking the answer might be no. I mean, I could always add more steam power, but I don't really want to. So if I put all this into storage, then I can eventually get... Yeah. Yeah, we can always crank through the storage pretty quick once we get the Covarex process going. All right, so let's dump it into storage. So I'll do... I wish I had a warehouse. I mean, this is pretty much... Yeah, I do have filter stack inserters. Yeah, I guess it's not worth This is really the only thing that I'm going to be warehousing, you know. All right, so I'll set the ones on the end for the good stuff, and then all the rest we'll set for 238. And if we have to expand that, we can just add additional rows of chests off to the side. Yeah, or you could filter on a splitter and use loaders. But I think when you have a lot of chests, I like doing it this way instead. Oh, I need to clean off the end of the belt here. There we go. All right. Okay, so that'll let this run happily for probably at least a few hours, I would think. Okay, and then from there, let's say we go to, you know, Coverx enrichment process over here, and then coming out of that, we can come over here and do fuel production and ammo production or whatever else it is that we want to do with this stuff. So for now, I'm not going to make any fuel yet. I'll just hold off on that part of it until I have some reactors set up. Okay, speaking of which, now I think getting water in and out of this building is maybe going to be our biggest challenge. Well, then again, maybe not. We do have a lot of inputs we can use for water. Okay, but we'll use this for the nuclear power plant. And since we don't have Coverx enrichment at this point, we could also do... We could also store steam. Let me go get another building. We'll build up a steam buffer so that we don't waste fuel unnecessarily. Once I get Coverx enrichment, then I don't worry about that anymore. I'll just let the reactor run, even if there's even if there's no load on it. Don't really care at that point, because then we can make as much uranium as we want. Okay, so I need a new blah, blah, blah. What was I doing over here? Oh yeah, a building. There we go. We got the building. And then I'll need to go back for reactor stuff, but first I need to figure out what design to use. Oh. Yeah, and then the other thing we can do for water... Is that my landfill? No, that's concrete. There's my landfill. All right, I don't want to screw this up, so let me get some landfill here. Hang on a second. We can maximize our use of the water by filling in with land just enough space to hold a couple rows of pumps and then leaving these water channels. So in this body of water, we'll be able to fit many, many water pumps to feed this. Okay, and it looks like we've used up all the uranium already that we had in the train. Alright, I'm just waiting for some landfill to make its way here. And we're storing it way over there. That's okay. I just don't remember how many tiles I need to leave for these water channels. I'm thinking it's 3, but I could be mistaken. So I'll just test it on a little small segment of water there, just to make sure. Okay. Thank you very much. Alrighty. So let's see how much water we need. I'll make a couple of pumps first. Okay, so if I put one there, let's see, if I go 1, 2, all right, let's try 3. That's 3 tiles, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's 3 tiles. No problem. Let's try with 2 tiles. Two tiles, no problem. And I think 1 tile, there won't be enough room to fit the pump. Oh, 1 tile. Okay. Maximum density, baby. I think I'll do 2 anyway, just to just to make it a little nicer. There. Okay. Alright, so now we can do that, and then on this side, bam. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that is 2 tiles. Okay. Alright, so that way we can get many, many pumps on here. And then we'll have a pipe here. Let's see. Oh, but we're not necessarily going to put all these into a single pipe, right? Okay, well, we'll figure this out. But anyway, that's how you get a lot of pumps on a single bit of water. Okay, and then here we can buffer the steam. That we create from the, or the excess steam that we create for the, from the heat exchangers. All right, now in terms of the design, I think this is my blueprint. Will this fit in here? It doesn't the way that it is, but I think we can make it work. Because if we do a bot base, then I don't need as much room. I do need room for 8 pipes of water, though. Well, maybe I don't. I think every set of 10. How much water do I need, or how many heat exchangers can I get on 1 pipe of water? Does anybody remember? 12 exchangers. Okay, thanks, Dunlack. Alright, so let's do this. I want to find a clear section of land so I can copy paste bits and pieces of this. Let me turn my bots off. Or you know what, let's okay, yeah, we'll do it like this. Alright, so first I'll copy this bit. Okay. So 2, 4, so 12. Yeah, so each set of two, or each 2 rows of heat exchangers I can feed with 1 water pipe. So I need 4 pipes of water coming in, which we can get right there, and then some. Okay. And then I'm not going to use belts. We can use bots in here. And I'm not going to use solar backup power either. Okay, I will keep the power poles because we will need that for signal cables to bring, so that we can turn the fuel consumption on and off at will. But this whole section we can move back, right? It doesn't have to be right there. We can move it back this far. Or heck, we can move it back as far as we want. We can put it right here in the middle of the heat exchangers, which is pleasing in its own way. We just need to extend the heat pipes. I'll just do this. Remove that one. Okay. That should work. Oh, let's remove that. Ah, no, that's not going to work because I need... No, it will. We don't need the lights. And if I use a substation, then I can reach across. There. So that'll give us the signal that we need. And then we need the turbine portion, which is all of this. And that we can put, I think we could put that right here, couldn't we? And then we don't need these. Nor do we need the lights. Okay. Yeah, and this whole output system, I think I'll need to redo. So let's just get rid of all that. And let's pick that up again. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. So what do I need? Let's go get the stuff. Let's see how we're doing on the mining. Okay. I need to change my commands here. We're staying here until I get so much cargo or we run out of acid. There's no fluid. Oh, I can't use cargo. It's different. Fluid count. There we go. And let's add a wait condition to wait until the acid is full. There. That has to be an and. All right. Is that the wrong number of turbines? Because of 70 instead of 72? Here, let's look it up. Four 48 and 84 should give us 480. Maybe they fixed it, but the last time I did nuclear power, I could never get 480 because turbines would start shutting down. All right, so let's see. These will make 5.8 megawatts each. What's 5.8 times 70? Yeah, maybe it is wrong. $406. Yeah, that's not 466, is it? I am missing some. Okay. All right, let's try it again. Yeah, it should be 80. Thank you. Good catch. Okay. Okay. Good. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me take a look. That does fit rather precisely, doesn't it? That's belt-based, which would have to be because there's no room for a RoboPort. Yeah. Okay. I like that. Does this have any... All right, this doesn't have any control circuits in it, right? Okay, 140 turbines and 8 reactors. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, for 8 reactors, you need 193 turbines, if I'm not mistaken. So with the 140, you can drive 138 with 6 reactors. So you could probably even do this with 2 less reactors than what you've got here. And that would be 80 heat exchangers. Yeah. Yeah, so I think the limitation here is on the number of turbines you can fit in. But you can do with less heat, with fewer heat exchangers, and 2 fewer reactors, and make that work. I do like how it all fits in one building. But I also would feel good about using my own design here. And I don't mind doing units of 4 and having some extra space. Yeah, that could give you enough room for a RoboPort then, if you wanted to feed it with robots. But I think I'll use this, though. I think I'll use this. Thanks for sharing your blueprint. I do like it. But I would just prefer to use my own design on this series. Not because I think it's better, but just because I made it myself. I'm already using rail grid from somebody else, and I don't want to borrow too much of it. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so the next part, getting this in there, might be a little tricky, but anyway, let's go get the stuff so that we can build it and start to see how it's going to work. All right, so I need... oh, crud. I deleted the blueprint. Here, I'm going to have to delete this one so I don't get confused. Over here. Let's try that again. All right. Yeah, I wish I could look at the blueprint and set my logistics requests. I wish you could set logistics requests based on a blueprint, like just put down a chest. I guess I can do it with a chest, just to grab everything that I need. Let's do that. So I'm going to put a little blue chest here. And this will be my nuclear requester. Alright, so 118 heat pipes. We need 96 straight pipes. And this way, whenever I need more power, I can just come over and just grab everything in the chest, and I'm off to the races. 80 and 48. So 80 of those, and 40 of those. Okay. 20 undergrounds. I don't think we need to bother with inserters. I usually have those. Same with the pipes, really. Alright, well, we'll do it completely. 20 undergrounds. And I'm not sure why it's not bringing my nuclear... Oh. Huh. I'm not making any of that stuff yet. That's a bit of an issue. And 4 reactors. 8 inserters, 4 reactors. And what else? And 2 substations. Okay. Well, we were a little negligent on the other stuff. Yeah. Wild Ride, I am only using steam power. Nuclear power uses steam. But that's not what you meant, is it? I didn't say I was only going to use coal power. I said what I wanted to do was only use coal power early in the game and skip solar completely and just go from coal to nuclear. Yeah. That was my intention there. All right. So there's that. There's that. There's that. And there's that. Oh. All right, and this definitely wants to be a stack inserter, because some of these things use lots of components. All right, so this we can limit to 4 at a time. This one we can limit to, what was it, 88? 118. Okay. Heat exchangers, 48. Steam turbines, 80. Okay. Now we just have to wait. It's going to take a while. Yeah, the nuclear reactors need 500 red circuits, 500 concrete. I do have the concrete. Are all my bots busy? No. So why can't I get more bots engaged here? There's plenty of concrete here. Got red circuits. I don't quite get that. Like, why aren't all the logistics bots going right now? Yeah, Maxtradamus, maybe you're right. At least coal is. I'm surprised we don't have oil power in this game. We should have... I think we should have oil-powered boilers. Does anybody know why I'm not getting my bots activated more? I have 1,145 logistics bots. Only about 200 of them are active. Yeah, at some point it all came from the singularity. Maybe each chest can only have... Maybe each chest can only have so much stuff requested all at once. Copper in the provider, 500. We got 1,000 red circuits. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Here, let's try doing that. See if that helps. And we'll split it up. We'll do steel and copper in that one. And we'll do red circuits and concrete in that one. See, now they're all going. Look at that. Why did they do that the first time? That's weird. Can't explain it. Okay, well, in any case, we'll have to come back here in a short while to get all the components that we're waiting for. Right, we're not getting anything here. What are you lacking? Copper plate. Yeah, see, all the copper plates going over here. But for some reason, it's not sending that many bots. So yeah, maybe there's a limit on how many bots can go to a single chest or something like that. That's interesting. That's probably what it is. Okay. Well, let's start hooking up the water pipes. Okay, and we can start setting up the logistics over here. Alright, so on the input side, we're going to have... Oh, let me turn my bots on. We can start putting some of this stuff down. We'll need to squeeze a roboport in here somewhere. Okay, I'll put it right there, and let's go get some logistics bots. Well, I'll go do that later. And then on the output, I will put active providers. Okay, and then we'll have that'll be the fuel coming in. And this will be the... Actually, we could just do a storage chest. We don't even need to give it a request because it'll go in the active providers. So this will be the spent fuel cells going out. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so each of these is meant to feed 2. I'm not sure if that's going to work, but we'll try it. Okay. And then, yeah, and then on the input side, again, that'll be in pairs. Okay, so we can do, these will be water outputs. Okay. All right, so this one and this one. So this is spent fuel coming out and good fuel going in. And then we'll have input, 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 right? Yeah. And then we can feed those here. Oh, I'm out of pipes. Let's wait for a refill. Crud. I'll have to go down and delete that manually at some point. Alright, I'll just handcraft some pipes. Oh, here they come. Psych. Alright, that's enough. Go away. Oh, shoot. All right, here, let's do this. Yeah, okay. 4 water inputs. There we go. Okay. Yeah, having these all right next to each other makes the plumbing a little bit of a challenge. Let's see if I can make this work. Alright, so this one has to be out a little bit more. 1, 2. One, 2. No, sorry. Okay. And then we'll set these to input mode. Somebody just pinged me on something. Oh, okay. That was something else. All right, so I think we're just about ready to run. We just need the entire nuclear power plant set up. And then we'll be ready to go. It's practically done. How are we doing here? Ooh, almost done. We're still waiting on turbines, which... Oh, huh. Inserter facing the wrong way. That's funny. Alright, let's do that, and I'll have this one just take care of the gears. There. And that should help speed that up a little bit. Oh, that was silly. It's all those little mistakes, you know. Okay. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer for that to fill up. In the meantime, we can work on actually making the fuel. So let's get... We'll get a few more centrifuges. I'm going to want productivity modules, the best that I can get. Let's see, how many modules can I get in a centrifuge? Oh, never mind, I don't need a centrifuge. I need, that just uses a regular old assembler. All right, so we can get 2 modules in that one. Can I make... I can't. All right. So I need 2 productivity 3s. I can't make those yet. Okay. Well, that makes it real simple then, doesn't it? 2 productivity 2s. 4 prod 1s. Alright, and we'll just wait for that to complete. What else do we need for that? Iron plate. Okay, so we just have to feed it iron plate plus the uranium. And we'll make fuel cells. With whatever bits of uranium 235 we can muster. Let me get more storage tanks for the steam. There we go. Oh, I have a maximum on storage tanks. Alright, let's try that again. Where did those go? Alright, there's some. And there's a couple more. Okay. Alright, and there's my modules. 40, we got 33. Okay, we're about halfway done with the turbines. Hey Tim, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. We are working our way to nuclear power. Slowly but surely. Alright. So let's imagine that over here we're doing some Covarex enrichment. Okay, and that is going to come down this way. One, two, three. Okay. And then over here is where we will make the fuel. Actually, let's do that. And we'll need to bring in some iron here as well. Yeah, we might as well just bring it down from the bus. Alright, so this is making fuel cells, and we're going to give that as much of a productivity boost as we can. Duh. Sometimes I'm not too smart. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't like picking up uranium in K2. Alright, so then here... Well, and at some point I'm going to need to start saving some uranium for Covarex enrichment. How do we want to take care of that? We get 200 seconds in the reactor. So if I use one piece of uranium, 235, I'm going to get 10 fuel cells, which is 2,000 seconds. I divide that by 800 because I have 4 reactors, 200 seconds each. That's 2.5. 2.5 what? Alright. 2,000 seconds total from 10 fuel cells. Divided by 4 is... no. Like I said, I'm a little bit tired and my brain is not working very well today. I'm trying to figure out how often I need to make these things. And let's assume that I'm only going to be running at like maybe 10% capacity. Alright, so tell you what. I'm not going to take out any more uranium. I think if I'm storing steam, I think this is going to last us a long time. Alright, so we just need to get iron in here. So that'll be iron in, and that's going to be my fuel coming out, which needs to go in down there. Yeah, so iron in. Whoops. Fuel out. Okay. Iron. I would like it better if we fed into the top side of the building, actually. Is that going to work? I think we established that that works, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, so iron from the third one. Thank you for that. Hey, C Black, how you doing, man? Holy crud. 12 months. Yeah. It has been a year because you were a sub on the first day. Man, that's hard to believe. And thank you for supporting me for all that time. You want to hear a funny story, C Black? I started the stream. Okay. Yeah, I started the stream and I started like 15 minutes early. Because I thought I was, because I had some time, I was ready to go, so I started 15 minutes early, and then I think it was Osiris came in. He's like, whoa, surprise stream. I was like, what do you mean surprise stream? It's only 15 minutes early. And then I realized that today is not Wednesday, which is when I usually stream. So I'm streaming 1 day and 15 minutes early. When I thought it was only going to be 15 minutes. Yeah, so I'm a little bit tired. All right, now we got some nuclear reaction stuff coming in, which should hopefully start loading into this chest. Oh, okay, yeah. And I think I'll restrict this to a single stack. Well, actually, I don't need to do that. I'm gonna be controlling the fuel production in other ways. He wanted to watch Factorio. Oh, he wanted to watch you play Factorio? All right. I think we're ready for... First of all, let me check. Do I have nuclear fuel reprocessing? I think I do have that, don't I? Yes. No, I don't. Okay. I can't do any of that good stuff yet. He says goodbye to all the trains. That's awesome. That's great. Those are good times, man. I remember when my son was really little, when he was a few years old, I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft back then. And so we made a troll that was his guy. He didn't know how to play, obviously, but he was good at making him jump. So he would sit on my lap and we would play, and he was in charge of jumping. So and he loved it. It was awesome. I loved it too. It was great. Mr. Astronaut, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream. No, 1 year. 1 year to the day. Because C Black he just resubbed for the 12th month. And, well, I mean, it might be a day or two off, depending. Maybe it was a year since the last stream, but C Black subbed on during my first, well, yeah, actually it's been a little bit longer because it took me a month or two to get affiliate when I could actually get subs. Yeah, so it's been a year since the first affiliate stream. Yeah. Yeah, so it's probably been 13 or 14 months, actually. Okay. So this is ready to go. I have to figure out... Oh, wait a minute. I'm short. 48. I think I only got 40 heat exchangers. I put in the wrong number, I believe. Let's go fix that. Yeah, yes, it's been about 13, 14 months, I guess. I need to change this to 48. All right, and I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll put the rest back. Yeah, and I haven't done any dedicated YouTube stuff for a little while. Last few weeks I've just been putting streams on YouTube. Get a lot done on the streams. Hey, you and me both, Jim. Yep. I'm with you. Yeah, do it, C Black. Let us know when you got something out there. Yeah, that's good, Tim. Yeah, because there's a lot of people that would like to watch the stream that can't be there live, so so I like being, well, and of course you probably know that on Twitch it doesn't save the VODs forever, so that's the main reason why I send them over to YouTube as well, because on YouTube they'll stay there as long as we want them to. All right, so I need to figure out a way to store my excess steam. What I would normally do is pick the steam off the ends after they go through the turbines, but I can't do that because I didn't leave myself enough room. So how am I going to get, where do I pick up steam to get it out of here? We could just merge it. We could merge it all together. All right, so let's try this. Oh. Son of a biscuit. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'll put a tank here, and then we'll put an output there, and we'll turn that on. We'll turn that on when the tank is nearly full. All right, so if it's over 20,000, let's say, that means that we're using less steam than we're producing, and there is steam available to be exported. Okay, now this is going to be an input. That's on the third one. So we need an output on the opposite side. And then an input there. Yeah, number 2. And then an output right there. All right, so that's, oh, you know what? I want this to be in balance mode. Okay, yeah, this will be a little tricky because we have to figure out, we're going to want steam to go back and forth. So I think I'm just going to want to keep that in balanced mode. Okay, so this will send steam out. So the question is, how do I allow it to feed back in? Actually, I don't need to do, I don't need this, right? Yeah. We'll just let the steam go where it wants. These are going to consume it. The turbines are going to consume the steam. Excess steam will just go into the tanks if the turbines are not using it. So we don't actually need any pumps going in or out, I don't think. Yeah, I think that's right. All right, so how many tanks do we need? I think there's an optimal ratio, right? For 4 reactors, we need 40 tanks. You know what? Maybe I can fit all that here in the building. Let's see if we can fit 40 tanks in here. 1. Okay, plus 1. How many is that? 19, 20. Yeah, we can. We don't need the extra building. We can fit the tanks in here. Okay, I think those are all connected. There probably was an easier way to do that. Okay. All right. So there's my steam storage. All right. So now I need to get... Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. So I'll just hook up a circuit. We can just pick one of the tanks. We don't have to go with all of them. And then we'll connect those to the inserters that feed the reactors with fuel. Okay. So that'll be those two. All right. Let's do this. All right, so there's my signal distribution. Okay. And so we'll turn those on when steam is greater than, no, less than what? What should our threshold be? 20%? No, maybe more than that. No, I think 20% would be good. Maybe 30%. All right. Have a good night, Jim. Thanks for stopping by. Good night. So we'll turn those on when the steam is less than... what's 20% of 20? Let's say 5,000. right. And then to begin with, I'm going to feed these, I'm going to feed them manually. Will this work? Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm going to give them 2 each. Because the first fuel cell will be used just to get it up to temperature. It's got to get up to 500 degrees first. And then the heat has to get down the heat pipes. Hey Jim, thanks for the gift sub. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. Thanks for the support, my friend. That's awesome. Thanks. Yeah, so these need to get to 500 degrees, and then the heat pipes have to heat up to 500 degrees all the way down to here. And once all that takes place, then, well, I mean, once it's 500 degrees here, then we'll start to get some steam. And then at that point, I can change this to output mode once we start to get a little power generation going on here. Actually, I might even be able to do that now, because I don't need any power until I'm making power. Right? I don't know. I'm too tired to think such thoughts. Yeah, I should be able to make power before this fuel runs out. So I'll go ahead and change this now. So we're putting this in output mode. And we need to increase the throughput by quite a lot. So Shift R, 500 megawatts. That'll be enough. Okay, so now this is all flashing because it doesn't have any electricity. But that will be changing soon. Okay, so we're almost up to 500 already. First fuel cell's almost consumed. I do need to get some logistic spots in here, so let's see if I can find a few. Perfect. I'll take 10. And hopefully it won't stop when the spent fuel cell sits there. I think it can hold more than one spent fuel cell before it stops working. How are we doing on the heat pipe? Okay, it's getting hot. All right, it's over 500 C until it gets to right about here. All right, so we need another 10 degrees and then we'll be making steam. There we go. Now we got steam. Now we got power. Inserters are working. Okay, and now we're on the second fuel cell. And we're going to start to buffer some steam. Okay. So now I'll put the rest of the fuel cells back in here. Now here's the other thing. If I set these, yeah. All right. So I'm going to set these. I'm going to set these for 1. But it's going to take 1 multiple times because these things want to hold at least 5 in the in the chamber. All right, maybe 6. That's okay, I've got plenty in here for now. All right, and then let's get an indicator. Let's get an indicator light so we can see when it's turned on or not. Okay, so we'll enable the light when the steam is less than 5,000, right? And then we'll tell it to use colors. All right, so if we see the green light, then that means that we're going to be fueling the reactors. When that light turns off, that means we've got enough steam stored up and it won't feed any more fuel. And it might even do that before the next fuel cell gets used. We'll see. Let's run outside for a minute. Now I have to send this out as well, I think. And change its capacity as well. Okay, and now on power production. Yeah, it's not quite clear, but I can see that I'm getting 50 megawatts from this building and 20 megawatts from those 4 buildings, which are my steam power. All right. All right, and we just gobbled another fuel cell. Okay, and the light is off. Inserters are turned off. Okay, so for now, it won't add any more fuel until the steam level drops down below 5,000 again. But it's going to continue generating as much steam as it can, and while it's doing that, we'll accumulate the steam that we're not using for the turbines in those tanks. So once the reactors decide to stop because they don't have any more fuel, yeah, see, actually in this case, I'm going to take out the extra fuel. Yeah, see, that's the other thing I have to do. I need a latch. Yeah, because once it gets started, it's going to want to insert. It's going to want to insert a full stack of fuel, which is going to burn for a long time, and we don't want that. All right, so a couple things. First, we're going to override stack size and make it so it only inserts 1 at a time. So let's copy that. And then I need to make a latch, what's called an SR latch, and let's see if I can remember how to do that. All right, so if S is greater than R, then I'll put S as a 1. And I think that's all it takes. Let's test this. All right, So if I give it an S signal and then turn it off, it's going to maintain that S signal on the output. So it's just going to remember what state it's on. And then if I give it an R, S greater than R. Oh, okay. R should turn it off. But S is not greater than R, it's equal to R. The S is looping back. The R should shut it off, right? No, it's showing on the output as well. Alright, let me look it up. Hang on. Yeah. Oh, it's S. Yeah, S greater than R. That's right. Here, let me try this. Does that make any difference? Oh. There we go. It was turned off. Okay, so now the S disappears once I reset it, and then I can turn this off again, and it's going to stay off. Okay, so the SR latch works. So what we do now is we get 2 decider combinators, and we're going to feed those both with the steam signal. Okay, so if steam is, let's see, if steam is greater than 5,000, did I want to turn it off? No. If steam is less than 5,000, then I want to turn it on. So at that point, we'll give it an S. And okay, now I remember. Okay. I also want these to read hand contents so that I know when a bit of fuel gets inserted. Okay, so when it's less than 5,000, it's going to turn on. And then when, and I want that to pulse. Yeah, okay, good. And when fuel is greater than 0, these are all going to have to go at the same time. They will. Then I'm going to send the R signal. Okay, and then we're going to tell these to turn on when S equals 1. let's do the same here. Okay. Get that out of there. All right. Yeah, they'll get disabled as soon as they pick up the fuel. But then the steam is still going to be less than 5,000. So it's going to turn right back on again. Because it'll take some time for the steam to build up again. Okay. Alright, so let's think about this for a minute. Steam is less than 5,000. It turns on. Or it allows them to turn on. It'll insert a piece of fuel, and then it'll get the R signal. So these will turn off. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Tim, but you can't read how much fuel is inside of it. That's something that the Factorio developers did to us. So I don't want it to be able to turn back on until the steam goes back up again. So I think I need to do something different with my S signal. Yeah, best not to do this when tired, you're right. I think I actually need 2 latches. I need one to turn the inserters on and off. Okay. Okay. So here we can read when spent fuel comes out. And that's when we want to enable... forget it. I'll have to do this another time. I've done this before on other maps, but yeah, I'm not thinking clearly right now because I'm kind of tired. But basically what I'll have to do is write out a logic diagram, and then I can make the circuit to implement it. Because you only want the inserters to turn on if the steam is low and if there's no fuel cell already in it. You know that there's no fuel cell already in it when it takes out a spent fuel cell. So you want both of those conditions to be true before you allow it to insert another piece of fuel. But it might actually take less time if I just get purple science done and research Covarex enrichment so that I don't have to worry about conserving fuel. That's probably the really smart thing to do. Okay, so I got tanks full of steam. I mean, in the meantime, this'll still work, I think. It's just that it will... Yeah, it'll insert extra fuel. So every time the steam drops below, it's going to put in 5 or 6 pieces of fuel, and then it'll shut off, and then it'll wait for a while. So it'll be suboptimal, but I'll still have power. So we'll save that for another time. And how full the tanks get? Oh, they'll fill up. I mean, the tanks are almost full right now, and that was just with what, like 2? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, even if I set it low, you know, like I said, what's going to happen is steam's below 5,000, so it'll turn it on, it'll insert fuel, it'll shut it off because it just picked up fuel, but then the steam is still going to be below 5,000, and it's going to update 60 times a second. So it doesn't matter what number I set it at, it's going to stay on for a while. Yeah, same thing there. All right, here, let's think of something here. So what I need are actually two circuits. 2 SR latches. Alright, so I want this one. If the steam is less than 5,000. Output S equals 1. And if the steam is greater than 20,000, let's say, output R equals 1. Okay. So this way it'll turn on when we need more steam, and it'll turn off when we have enough steam. And then we need another one that is going to turn on when, let's see, this will turn on. When do I want it to turn on? I want the inserters to turn on when there is not enough steam and we just took out a fuel cell. Okay. So if we take out a fuel cell that's greater than 0, we give it an S. And if we didn't just take one out, we give it an R. And when both of those conditions are true, we link these two together, S equals 2, and that is when you turn on the inserters. Okay. All right, so these are only going to read hand contents. And these are only going to turn on when S equals 2. Okay, so what's our output now? I've got 2 R's, so it's turned off. Once the steam gets low enough, it'll be enabled for the steam condition. And once we take out an empty fuel cell, it'll be enabled for the empty, wait a minute. These are reading contents. Okay, we need to reset this. We need to reset this when it picks up more fuel. That's how we know. Okay, so when we take out spent fuel, this turns on because we need fuel. Right? When we pick up a piece of fuel to put it in, it turns off because we got fuel. Okay, so this will turn off the S signal when fuel gets put in. It picks up, it resets. Okay, but that means I'm going to need to prime this the first time it runs. This should be turned, right now this should be turned on because we took out fuel, okay? But we can do that by just giving it an S signal manually. And then turning it off. didn't work. All my S and R signals are going to mix together. That's a problem. Okay, so no. So let's use, we'll have to use different circuit colors. Okay. Okay, now it's turned on. All right, so that's an S. Now I don't want these two to mix. Or I don't want the green signals to mix. So, what if I do this? Okay, now it'll add the outputs together. Okay, so I have a single S. And these are still not running. Oh, Ritter, how you doing? Hey, Nighthawk, that'll work. Yeah, it's just that you'll insert a whole bunch of fuel when that happens, and then you might still be wasting fuel. Okay, so this way, we've got one S signal turned on because the reactors need fuel. The second S signal is turned off because we have plenty of steam. Alright, so if I disconnect this wire, that's going to turn steam to 0. It should turn it on and insert one single piece of fuel. Let's see what happens. Ha ha ha. It inserted one piece of fuel. This turned off. So we still only have a single S signal because we have plenty of steam, but we already have fuel inside, so it won't insert anymore. We turn that back on. Now we can see that we're full of steam. There's no S signal whatsoever. Yeah, baby. I can do it when I'm tired. I just have to slow down and think about it. Alright, so that's how it works. Okay, and then what we'll see is that, and we'll wait for this, once the reactor has completed its cycle, it'll eject an empty fuel cell. When the inserter picks it up, it'll send a momentary signal over here for an empty fuel cell. It'll trigger an S, and then the no fuel condition will be turned back on. And then we just wait for steam again. Then once the steam gets low enough, boom, it'll insert more fuel. The no fuel circuit will turn off, so it'll only insert one piece of fuel. remember we set the stack size to 1 on these as well, so it can only pick up 1 at a time. And by the time the inserter swings back again, it'll be shut off. And then the steam signal will not come back on again until we build up at least 20,000 steam in the tanks. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm glad we got that working. It was a little bit hard to do on a Tuesday night. Okay. I think that's going to be it for today. So in the next stream, you know, actually I do have a tutorial for that on my YouTube channel somewhere. It's kind of old though. Maybe I'll make a new one. Just because people will see that more easily than some video that was made 3 or 4 years ago. All right. Yeah, so then this green signal then, let's see. Yeah, I want this green signal to turn on when the steam signal is positive. Okay. Right. So this is back on again. Once it pulled out the spent fuel cells. So now we're ready to insert more fuel once the steam condition calls for it. I want this light to work based on the steam condition. Okay, yeah, so I can connect this green wire there. So when I get an S from the steam, then this will turn on. So the green light means steam is low. But if steam is low and there's still fuel in, then it still won't add more fuel. It'll wait until the fuel that's in there already gets used. Oh, Ritter, what other games have I been playing? Well, besides Factorio, lately I've been playing EVE Online. I've been playing that a lot for the last several months. Well, longer than that. Since July, I think, I started playing that game again, and I'm still enjoying it. I've also been playing Diablo 2 Resurrected a little bit lately. I tried to stream it last time, but I was having some technical issues. So I'm going to do some test streams. They won't be live. I'll be streaming. There's like a Twitch test server that you can stream to just to verify your settings. So I'll do some test streams and try to get that worked out, and then maybe on the next stream, maybe I'll stream some Diablo 2. The resurrected version is remastered, and the graphics and the sound are really, really nice. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Yes. Yeah, tonight's stream will replace tomorrow night's stream. I won't be able to go 2 nights in a row. I don't think my wife will be very happy about that. So just between us friends. I thought today was streaming day, and I was wrong. So I streamed by mistake. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. I've been enjoying it. So anyway, I got to run, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you all next time. Take care. Have a great night.